Hi, everyone. Oh my God, let me get this settled straight before I turn it on. Oh, how is everybody? Okay, I believe I'm ready. My videos always start so strange when I'm trying to fix this. Hi, you guys. You're on time. You guys are on time. Hi. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there. Yes, I'm here. See, look, every night my thing is crooked. I'm crooked, and here I am. Oh, Philadelphia, Philly. Yeah, how are you guys? Wisconsin, Alabama. Oh my God. I love all of the states, all of the countries, all of the places. I love blue. And it was so hot today. So I went through Starbucks and I was dressed like this. And the guy says, "So what are you planning tonight?" And I'm like, I'm going back to bed. I forgot because I just woken up and then I like crawled back out. And then I'm like, I'm going to bed. Michigan, Oklahoma, somewhere else. Alien Allison up there. Well, Allison, Alabama. Cool. Yeah, so I slept. I mean, I don't know why I'm sleeping. I have no idea. Northern Michigan, Knoxville, Tennessee. I have no idea why I'm sleeping, but I'm sleeping so much. I think they put some fairy dust on it. Oh, Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, we were just talking about that this morning, Vanessa and I, while we were hiking. Kentucky, Chicago, Illinois, pardon me. Oh, look. And wait, something emergency room. Okay, I'm so sleepy. Yeah, but it's Miami, New York City. It's 100 degrees out here. So, I mean, it was so freaking hot today. I was like, oh, and I'm so cranky. Connecticut, I'm cranky. Fort Lauderdale too, Northern California, Bali. Bali sounds nice. Maybe Bali's fun. Alberta might be good. Um, oh my God, cold in Alabama. South Dakota, anywhere. It's so hot. New Jersey, Arizona, so hot. Oh, Arizona's always hot. Nova Scotia, Clovis, California. I don't even know where that is, but I've seen it now. Scotland. Is Scotland hot or cold? I don't know, but I just would love. It's so hot that I feel crazy and I feel cranky. So I'm cranky. Boston, Mass, of course. Okay, so I'm sleeping so much. Like I get up, I go running, I come back, and usually I can go all day. Like I live to go all day. But I just literally went to sleep. And then I'm like, oh, I walked in my bedroom. Okay, so I like literally got home, took a shower, came out of the shower, did stuff downstairs, went back upstairs and saw my bed, and then suddenly I was in my bed. And then suddenly 2 hours later I woke up. I'm like, what happened? What the hell happened? Santa Clarita's hot. You're always 10 degrees hotter than us here. Do you hike at Towsley? I love Towsley Canyon. I'll be sneaking in there soon. That's where I see the bear, up in Santa Clarita at Towsley Canyon all the time. Netherlands, weather is beautiful. Yeah, no, I took a nap, but then I'll be back napping again. It's like I'm a naposaurus. And I just like nap. So here's what happened this morning. So Libra Lori, she texted me. I was with Vanessa. We just got back from running. We were finished at 7 o'clock. And so Libra Lori texts me and she's like, FYI, our local Ralph's has hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes. FYI. So I go up there and then I find, it says only like one per household and this and that. And I'm like, okay, but I got to get for Vanessa because Vanessa's is out and she's got those two babies. So she definitely going to have sticky hands and messy hands with her cute babies. So I go up there. So Lori gets out of her car because she saw me when she pulled up, and she comes in and she buys the stuff, and then I buy the stuff, and then we have enough for all of us. And so there you go. Owen Sound, Ontario. Yes, I know it well. So we got our hand sanitizer and the other stuff. Yeah. No stick, no mask, no gloves. Good for you. But I just had to get the hand sanitizer because I'm stocking up for November when they do this to us again. Remember that. Remember. Anyway, Lori was like, she's like, FYI. The fucking drugs. I mean, the hand sanitizer is up at the store. And I'm like, what the hell? Toronto. Toronto. Yeah, I know, right? What do you mean? What happens in November? What I mean is they're going to shut the countries down again. That little Fauci, the little weasel, and Gates, the little shut your mouth phone person, they're going to shut it down again. Seattle, I love Seattle. Niagara Falls, love it. Seattle all the time, going to Vancouver. In fact, I just did that like last year. The rat, I know he's such a fucking weasel, isn't he? He is a weasel. It's just like you want to growl. Like I'm violent. I turn violent because number one, I think we're probably like the same height. So that makes me want to punch him in the face. I mean, if he was a tall man, not so much, but I just want to grab him under the throat and stick my nails into him. Although these are the press-on nails. I lost the press-on nail in the toilet. It just came off and I turned around and I looked and I went, should I get it? No, I can't do that. So I can't do it. So then it went down the toilet. I'm like, oh. So anyway, I have a bigger one on this finger. This finger has a bigger one. Oh yeah. I'm just answering the same question, but in November, I definitely think it's going to happen again. Oh, thank you so much, Deborah. Yes, some of the people, oh my God, I was reading the comments from last night and there's like some people and they're like, I am a closet punk rocker. Oh, I'm totally a closet. I was a punk rocker when I was a teenager. Totally. No, I didn't break a nail. It came off and I flushed it by accident. And then I went, damn it, because I have those press-on nails. So it came right off. Anyway, no, you guys are all so nice, but there were some troll hecklers in the thing, and they're like, I did like your channeling, but I can't listen to your all over the place scattered energy. And I'm like, she probably has a point. Well, fuck her anyway. Yeah, I know. Did you hear about Tom Hanks and Rita? Fire Fauci. Fire that fucking asshole. Did you hear about Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson? Venus-Pluto opposition. Yeah, well, that's not good for love relationships. But hence, I'm not one to talk about love relationships because I don't do so well with men all the time. I tend to get very aggressive around them, especially when it's hot out and I'm in menopause. So, you know, that shit happens, right? Thank you, Stephanie. That stuff happens. But actually now, thank you. Okay, Glam Marie. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, I thought I was going into menopause again, but guess what? I was PMSing. I won a contest. Wait. Andrew won a contest. Something punks. Andrew's trying to like cash in on being a pregnant punk rocker. I mean, belly dancer, right? And he's a guy. Let me find this article. I could not believe I saw this, and I was like, oh my God, what? Oh, thank you, Nurse Shannon. Okay, Nurse Shannon, if you're really a nurse, which I'm sure you are, tell us what your experience is. Okay, what happened with the doc? I missed something. Oh, no, you mean Fauci or the pretend doc, Bill Gates, trendsetter. Exactly. The little fat guy's dead in North Korea. Kim Jun-young, whatever, that guy. So they say. I don't know. Nice name, Nurse Shannon. I know. Nurse Shannon's probably very cute. Will they shut? Yes, they're going to shut us down in November. That's what I was saying. Thank you for that. Yeah, Tulip isn't at the studio. Tulip stays with the boys, and she stays with baby Jack. She has her couch, you know, the ottoman where you put your feet up. She sits where I put my feet up. She sits right there, and she has her own little blankie, and she sits there and she watches Jack go all around the chair and do his stuff, and that's what she does. But she likes to keep track because he's the baby and she's the big sibling, and so she likes to freaking pit doing Fauci. Yeah, you know, it's not even funny to do Fauci on there. They're trying to do it. Let me look this up. I just reminded myself what I was doing. It's not even funny. That Fauci guy actually is pretty evil. Let's see. I wonder if his sister will. I think his sister will take over. Actually, apparently she's a bitch. Can you imagine being born into that film? Kim is alive and well. I'm sure he is, but he's dead according to the public. So they're doing that. What do you think about North Node moving into Gemini? North Node in Gemini? I missed that. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me look at this Tom Hanks thing. Tom Hanks. Here we go. Okay, if you people take this vaccine or anybody takes the VACCINE, okay, 4 drops of oregano oil. If somebody takes this vaccine, look at this, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson to donate blood after battling coronavirus. Really? Aren't they special? Oh my God. Bravo, you motherfuckers. Don't put that shit in your body. Don't put their blood in your body. Don't. Have you seen The Happy Show? I haven't, but I'm not happy about that. Nurse from Ohio, 6 total, none. Oh shit. Nurse from Ohio. She's going to come back up again. Don't put in the Hank's blood. Don't. Do you know how gross that is? And to me, what that, I know. It's got I can't even. You know what happens when they do that? Don't get the flu shot. I've never gotten a flu shot and I won't get tested, but you know, they're going to try to force us to do that. I believe that's what's going to happen. Okay. Yeah, I feel, yeah, she'll be way worse than Kim Jong-un person. Fetal veil. Yeah, no, gross. So gross. Like, actually, I never thought of it because when I was little and my body, my choice, right? And you know, these people, I have people on my Facebook, they're like, shut up with your nonsense. They message me and I'm like, why? Why is your nonsense any less important than my nonsense? My nonsense is nonsense. Your nonsense is nonsense. What you say about me, I say about you. I've never had the flu shot. I told John not to get it this year and he got it. And I was like, why are you getting it? I talked to other people out of it. Thank you. I know it's Arcelia. Hold on. Arcelia. There, I said it. My God, I said it. Arcelia. Now I said it. I got it 2 nights ago, but I'm blonde, so I can kind of tune down there. I got it. Oops. There we go. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they're pushing, why anybody would want Tom Hanks' blood. Like I don't know if people can't see that. I don't know what to say. Remember those religions, Christian Scientist and whatever those religions are where they don't allow blood transfusions? I kind of can understand it because you really don't know where it's coming from. It's kind of like going to a sperm bank and getting sperm. It's like they tell you something. Thank you for that. Oh my God, hold on. They tell you something and then like, how do you know? Because it's the guy telling you and he's just getting paid $200 for some sperm. And it's like, and the blood, people are like, I donate blood, I'm good. And I guess if you're dying, it's good. But here's what I think. Like when Jason was born, we took his umbilical cord blood and you could save it back then. It started that, which was his blood from his body. So that makes sense to me. No, they're saying Tom Hanks is going to give blood with Rita Wilson because they had the virus. So they're going to donate their blood. I don't want their blood in my body at all. I'm not taking blood from anybody. Nobody's giving me blood, okay? At all. Okay, you're awesome. And didn't notify me. Oh my God. Well, thank you. Ring that bell. Yeah, they're trying to block me on everywhere. I'm not even a threat. I'm just an idiot in my, wherever I am, studio here. I'm like suffocating in the heat. I'm like, what is the threat? See, they don't want anybody speaking. Okay? Yeah, I had the test and it did not give me the virus. Okay, good. Well, that's good that you didn't get the virus, but I do think they're giving people the virus with the test. I really do. Sorry, just my opinion, because a lot of the people that got the spoolie in the nose ended up with the test and the ones that got sick, unless they were sick from something else. But I just don't want anybody putting anything in my body. That's what I don't want. So if you want to take the test, you take the test, of course. Happy birthday. It doesn't matter the brand of oregano oil, whatever you can find online, whatever you can find. I love sleeveless because it's 115 degrees out here. Yeah, I just don't like, oh, Jehovah's Witness, exactly. I just don't like, yes, I did. Vanessa and I went early. We did go on our hike. And then I tried to do another celebrity video today. Michael Clark Duncan is the next one I'm doing. But I kept doing it and I kept changing my mind. And then I'm like, oh, I don't like this. And so he'll come through it this week. Anyway, he was here this morning. You remember from the Green Mile? Thank you, Lady of Angels. You remember the Green Mile? John Coffey. Anyway, John Coffey on the Green Mile. Really, really great performance. The Green Mile. Yeah. I mean, it had that idiot Tom Hanks in it. But aside from that, maybe that's why he came through, because I'm not a huge fan, and I'm not a huge fan. I just remember the movie, and whoever described to him, like, what he felt, what he did, and all of that was so accurate, and it was a lovely performance, actually. And I think he may have died because of being too empathic and trusting people. Exactly. So anyway, yeah, Michael Clark Duncan, and he was 54. Yeah, the Green Mile. Look him up in the Green Mile. He's like 6'5", and he's a big black man, and he's beautiful with a real sensitivity. Yeah, I know what happened there with the engagement. He kind of told me it wasn't true, but I'm gonna wait for the video. But he came through. His performance in the Green Mile is really good. It's so good. But you'll notice in the Green Mile, Tom Hanks's character, very interesting, had outlived everybody, because he elevated himself through the energy of connecting with the psychic stuff. So they put it in the terms of psychic, but what they meant is high magic, and that's what happened. So yeah, Deborah Burks or Bricks or whatever the hell her name is, I can't say it. People tested positive. Yeah, I know. Of course you're going to test positive for corona. You know why? Oh, somebody sent me this. Somebody sent me this today. And forgive me because I don't remember who it is. Okay, Corona Aid Relief Act. Okay, so in January 24th, 2019, legislation, they put it into legislation, passed on the House on July 17th, 2019, passed the Senate as Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security on March 25th, 2020, with the amendment, original certification, January 24th, 2019. So they knew about this a year before it was unleashed. Exactly. Fauci's, yes, exactly. Israel did 9/11. I don't know if Israel did 9/11. I'm assuming it was that prick Bush. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, no, I'm thinking it was George Bush. I don't watch Saturday Night Live ever anymore at all. I just can't. Yeah, I just can't. I can't. Oh, Fauci, where did he come from? I mean, he's just a little, yeah, the Mossad, I know, does a lot of stuff. They're all entwined. You're probably right. 9/11 was definitely an inside job. Fauci, well, when you look, I'm not allowed to say this, but when you look at September double hockey sticks, when you look at that, and you look at the fact that they said everything was done by the people that had the box cutters, you know, yeah, it was great in the 70s and 80s. I never thought, he's a garden gnome. I never thought, like, I thought about it and I'm like, oh, look, man, that nail just came off again. For sure. I never thought about it, but box cutters? Are you kidding me? If I'm in a plane and a guy's coming at me with a box cutter, I'm punching his lights out. Like, he may slash me, but he's not going to get close when I stick my heel into the side of his eye. So they just lied on so many different, I know I need more glue. It just came off. It's being very stubborn. Oh, wait, I just missed that. Oh, your mom's name is Stella. Fauci makes me sick. But see, for all of the people that talk about, don't insult garden gnomes, for all of the people that talk about Trump saving the day and all the cute people, I'm sorry, you know, honest to God, why is Trump listening to Fauci and Birx? I don't know. There's no way those buildings weren't controlled demo. Oh, absolutely. And by the way, all of those people, like I said, I had a friend that left DC the day before it happened. Like, they told her she was flying out that day, and she was meeting with people that were in the Senate, and they flew her out the day prior. So she'd already been in town, and they literally flew her out. Yeah, I know, but Trump should be exposing Fauci now. We've lost our economic stronghold in our households. It's taken under 40 days to actually bankrupt most people. I mean, think about it. Most people, I mean, and then you've got Nancy Pelosi, idiot Nancy Pelosi. Seriously, idiot. She's an idiot. There she was last week, and she's like, look at my ice cream. My ice cream, I have chocolate. So she's quarantined, and she's such an arrogant piece of shit. And I mean that sincerely, because there's people that don't have money. There's people that they've got 3 little kids and they're not working. And do you want to know something? I've got a friend who sells clothing on Amazon, and she can't add to her inventory. Amazon says only COVID things, necessities. So how's she supposed to make money? But there you go. Pelosi, the mental patient, she's truly a mental patient, is sitting in her ivory tower, opening her $25,000 fridge with her $13 things of ice cream, talking about her chocolate ice cream. What she meant to say is the vodka she hid in the back of the freezer, right? Because, she's not eating ice cream. She's like, drinking. I mean, what is that? Like you run, I think she runs San Francisco, right? So your neighborhood is San Francisco, where you're okay with people crapping on the sidewalk. You're good with that. But you've got ice cream in your fridge, which you really meant to say, $10,000 worth of ice cream. She needs to be taken out of her house, smacked across the face, put into Walmart clothing, okay? Removed, you need to take her cell phone and remove her plastic surgeon's phone number, get rid of her Botox, take her fucking Chanel purse, take her shoes, take her Range Rover, put her in a fucking, I don't know, whatever that would embarrass her. Well, she seems like she'd be a Prius driver. No offense to Prius drivers. She just seems like we could put her in a freaking Prius. And let her go to Walmart and buy her clothes. I know The Fall of the Cabal is absolutely brilliant. Really, really on target. If you haven't seen that movie, on target. Nancy Pelosi, she's just a pile of shit. And her nephew, Newsom, is the one that got us in lockdown. Yeah. Pelosi let her live on the streets. She's such a bitch. Now, where are these people now on the streets? We don't see them. So where are they? So you telling me because of a little virus, everybody ran away? Let's see. There you go. Thank you. Whoever just said that. I have spunk and it's sexy. Yes. But Nancy, I'm glad. At least they're not trolling me right now. I know, but Nancy Pelosi is an embarrassment and should not. She's a total disgrace, and she lets people live on the street. So what will happen to her, and this is me doing sigil magic back on her, and back on Newsom, and back on Fauci, and back on Trump, and back on Bush, and back on them all. What you have done to the people of this world, okay, what you have done to the people of this world will go back onto you. It is you that will hide in shame. It was you that will lose your fortune. It is you that will not succeed after this. Goes right back onto them. So when somebody says something shitty to you as a person, when they are acting shitty, okay, because Nancy Pelosi has no right to uphold or withhold money in the Senate in any way whatsoever. How did she make so much money as a civil servant, by the way? Same as Obama. Obama went over to Dubai and got a huge house. Why? He's a fucking civil servant on taxpayers' dollars, and they seem to have more money than the taxpayers that they've enslaved, which should tell you each and every one of them is a pile of shit. Oh, and Gates is disgusting, but he's not a civil servant. He's not even, who is Gates, right? Obama went to Dubai and they gifted him, okay? I'm not going to check myself. Check yourself. Obama went to Dubai and got something like a $13 million place in Dubai. He makes $200,000 a year, okay, being president. Where is this money coming from? I mean, what is he doing? Thanks, Cassandra. I mean, what is he doing? Really? Seriously, what the hell is he doing? Thanks, Taylor. Thank you. And I really mean that. I want to know. And a lot of this shit started with Obama. A lot of this shit. And it started with Bush before that. And it's not political down the lines. It's not Democratic or Republican. All of these people All of them. Every single one of them. Don't vote for these people. Get rid of these people and then bring in a different group of people. Every single one of them is corrupt. You cannot go into politics and not be. Not one of them does what they said. Not one of them. When Obama was in office and he was doing his health care for everybody, it wasn't free health care for everybody. It was take taxes from people who are paying and give to people who aren't, which is fine, I guess. I know it's corrupt all over. I have no respect for anyone in government. So people think I'm one side or the other, and I'm like, fuck you, I'm no sides, and I don't need the government, okay? And I'll drive my covered wagon across the street, so don't even go there. Because people go, what would you do without the streets? I don't know. I'd fucking figure it out. I'd take a horse. What does it matter what I do? I don't. These people do not think, function. You've got Pelosi that has people living, little kids in San Francisco who can barely afford to live there, walking by shit and fucking hypodermic needles on the road. And guess what? There was in downtown LA, San Francisco, and they never put a mask on anybody, and they wanted your children, if you live there, walking through the fucking streets. Oh, what can we do about the homeless? I don't know. What did you do with them now? Because they're not on the street. You could do the same thing, except I think they're doing something that's not good to the homeless, okay? Like, I don't know where the homeless... I'm happy to see our homeless out here. I'm actually happy to see our homeless out here because I don't want them to go missing where I don't know. I mean, it's their choice, and I have a certain respect for them. Good morning, Brenda, wherever you're calling from. I have a certain respect for the homeless, and I'll tell you why. Not that they're homeless, not that they go to the bathroom on the streets, not that they do any of that. What I really, yeah, they're in motels, so that makes sense. What about the families with small children that have just enough of a house but not enough of a money to survive? And it's so wrong. But the homeless have basically said, fuck you to society, and they force every single one of us to look at them and to look at the structure of our society and say, we've done something wrong. That I love. I also feel, yes, I do. I feel like the homeless, on a certain level, I feel like a lot of them actually came from mind-controlled families, government experiments, or it could have been our government doing stuff with them to begin with. Okay, Tink0675. Okay, that's a June 1975. Tinkerbell fan, I'm assuming. Okay, so I don't think we can change the government because people are spineless. They are, I mean, I talk to people in my neighborhood. I literally got in a fight when this started because, you know, I can't shut my mother effing mouth, but and they do use drugs and alcohol and there's mental illness. But what I'm saying to you is they don't follow the rules. They go right off the grid and they're like, fuck you to taxes, fuck you government, not taking your shit. A lot of them don't take government stuff, which is fascinating. They'll take a cell phone, they'll take some food, but they're not going in lockdown and they're not going to do it. It's very interesting. And I actually respect that because I'm one of those people. Yeah, I know, shocker. But what the hell was I going to say? Oh my God. With the government. Okay, I was saying I got in a fight with this lady. I was at grocery outlet and she was like in her 70s, right? And I wasn't wearing a mask. It's before you had to wear masks in the store. And she went on about, you don't realize how serious this is. This is like 2 months ago, right? Or whenever, March. Maybe that's a month ago. I don't know. I've lost track of time. Whenever that was. And I looked at her and I said, well, then you better get out of line because you're in line here and I could breathe on you. She goes, you don't understand. So, and then she looks at me and she goes, I said, well, you'll be safe. Trump said there'd be a vaccine, right? I said, so you're going to be safe, right? And she goes, oh my God, fuck Trump. And she starts going off on this thing. I said, wait a second. You said you believe there's a fucking virus that came out of his mouth, but you tell him to fuck off when he says there's going to be a vaccine. What is that? Like, you only listen to part of what he said? You're deranged. They've got Trump derangement syndrome, and I don't know what that is, and that's perfectly fine if you want to have it. I have government derangement syndrome. Nobody in government, because they cannot prove to me that they're not on the take, and I'm not fucking listening to you because I go 100% with my instinct, and I know what I feel, and I'm going to stand by that. That's what I love. So I'm not vote. I don't vote. I know it's terrible. I won't vote because they do not leprosy on the streets. Oh my God, you just knew what I was going to say. They had an outbreak. I totally switched subjects. Now the troll will be back going, you're too ADD or OCD. They're all bad. It's not just him that's bad, Marilyn. All of them. Clinton's bad. Trump's bad. Obama's bad. Bush is bad. They're all pieces of shit. Every single one is a piece of shit. They want to run and rule people. They are pieces of shit. Who goes into government politics and goes, I'm going to be a boss and a controller? Why you want to do that for? Why do you want that kind of power trip? And if you can't be autonomous with your morals, which they cannot be, they cannot be. They cannot be. So people are really fucking dumb. And I'm sorry, you're dumb if you vote. I mean, go ahead, throw me off the air, call me a whatever, C word, call me a whore. I don't care. I think people, if everybody stopped voting, literally refused and said, we're not playing this game, we're not playing this game. They would have to respond to the people, but they don't. And you can love the president if you want. That's fine. That's your choice. I don't have a problem. But for Christ's sakes, don't tell me I got to like him or not. I don't like anyone in government. Sorry, I don't. Call me ignorant. Call me whatever you want. They cause problems and they're all manipulated by money. Trump's still making money out there with all his shit. He's a businessman. I mean, come on. The U.S. vets, that's atrocious. One of my best friends, a Vietnam vet, he's been since dead, Bob, for a long time. But I met him with my husband, actually. So he's in my life until he passed away, probably like 5 years ago. He had to go get medical help in Memphis when he was from a different part of Tennessee, and it was like a 3-hour drive. And you'll love this. He was a vet. Like, he was in like 4 tours in Vietnam, okay? So I wasn't born when he was in Vietnam, and he was a kid, right? So he saw horrible things, did things that and he was a cancer too. So he was a little cancer. He was a July 9th. Anyway, he was a cancer. I think he was born in 46 or 47, whatever. Anyway, he was John's best friend, but I met them at the same time. And he had surgery and he kept complaining of stomach problems. This is the vets. This is how they treat their vets. Do you know the doctor fucking told him it was in his head, gave him antibiotics. They opened him up again and they left the bloody sponge in his stomach. This is our vets. Like, he went and gave it. He was never right after that. He was never right after that. And he did that. What did they give him the vaccine? They give the, I want to say the Agent Orange, July 9th. And Bob was a beautiful July 9th. And we had a bet when I was giving birth to Keith. He was like, I'll bet you $100 you have this baby before 10 p.m. It was like 6 o'clock at night. And I'm like, this baby's not coming out today. That's not happening. Sure enough, like half an hour later, I'm like, crap, I'm in labor. Thank you, Jackie. Oh my God, what did Jackie say? I have not even, okay, I'm going to make you a shirt that says I go squirrel on a dime. Thank you. Yeah, I do. I really fucking do, Jackie. I'll wear that shirt. Make it a cute crop top though, so I can stick my boobs out. Okay, sorry, I digress. But anyway, so Bob and I had that bet, and he was right. Keithy was born before 10 p.m. at night. He said he could tell just from looking at me the way I was eating dinner. But he had to travel for 6 years with cancer, sleep in his car outside because it was a 3-hour drive, and he would go get the cancer treatments that he got from the Agent Orange and whatever vaccines they gave to him. And he had cancer all through his body. And you know they fucking gave that to him. They gave that shit to him. And he was one of the people that fought for this country. Like, he was a cancer person who got cancer, and a very nice man, took care of his whole family, completely empathic, did really good, and then died. And I mean, he was a truck driver. He used to drive all over everywhere. Great friends, would come into town, moved back to Tennessee probably 6 years, 7 years before he died. And horrible. I see vets all the time, and they're real vets, not the pretend people that say they're vets, but I see real vets on our street. We take these young people and we take them, wait, what did you say? Oh yeah, I can't even read that. And now I'm sweating. It's either really hot in here or, I'm having a hot flash while having my period. Oh, gross, ew. Okay, anyway, Sorry, I digress into Crazyville. Yeah, no, the cancer was terrible, and he was such a lovely person. And here's the thing. I wanted to point this out. Narcissistic people, okay, so not people in the government, just random weirdo narcissists. Yes, I just got my period. I got it. I'm getting it once every 3 months or something. I thought I was going back through the menopause again. Every time I get around a man and whatever, I get my freaking period back. I'm just saying, that's what happens. Not that I should be saying that out loud on here, but it's true. So yeah, sex brings my period back. That's what happens. And so then I'm young again. Probably get pregnant in my 50s. Oh. I gotta run away from that. Okay, I'm sorry, I digress. I'm just thinking of the horrific shit that would bring into my life. Oh my God, I'd gain 100 pounds and I'd be like, no, I can't. Those grandmothers that have their babies for their children. No, I know, right? Okay, so narcissistic people, when you're looking at I'm fixed. I couldn't do that to myself. I don't know. I'm not taking out my uterus. I am not taking out my ovaries. I had Lenny Kravitz dreams last night. Yes. I'm not doing that. They're not taking my uterus out. They like to make women, they like to remove our shit for some reason because we have fibroids or because whatever. I mean, unless you have cancer, Lenny Kravitz is darling. I'm spayed. Now, if Lenny Kravitz came here, I probably would get pregnant, right? Okay, don't repeat what I just said. But they love to take that stuff out of your body, and then it's like a huge problem. I know, here we go with Lenny Kravitz again. He's here. He's so cute. He's here in my head. It's a thing. Lenny's a thing, okay? There's not a woman on the planet Earth that doesn't think Lenny's hot. Like, he's hot. I have not found out. Well, I'm not even going to go there. It's rude. I'm not doing that. Okay, so anyway, narcissistic people. Let's look at what a narcissist does. I'm trying to draw a correlation here. Narcissistic people, their goal is to put people into situations. Their target, right? Yeah, Lenny's daughter is gorgeous too. They're all gorgeous people. The whole family, they're beautiful. Love me some Lenny. Yeah, baby. Okay. Stop, Sloan, stop. Okay, so anyway, the narcissistic people, if you're dating a man that's a narcissist, okay, and he can talk you into breaking your boundaries, okay? So let's say you're dating a narcissist and, okay, I got to hear about Pamela Anderson. I got to know. She always gets the good guys with the active men. Okay, so anyway, and she's Canadian, so she's taking one for the team. But anyway, let's say you're dating a narcissistic man, and let's say you're like a monogamous girl, and you're just like one-on-one. You want your boyfriend and you'll do whatever with your boyfriend. The narcissist boyfriend will try to bring another partner in because it's against, no, I'm just drawing the correlation. But the narcissist will bring somebody into the relationship to try to get you to break your moral code and boundaries, okay? So what happens when that happens is, let's look at this in a different way. So if you have a narcissist person and you do that, and let's say you feel really bad. So you have a threesome and you do that, and you're like, God, I didn't even want to do that, right? So then the narcissist can use that against you because he's just put shame on you. So he shamed you, and then you're going to do what the narcissist wants to kind of, yes, Lenny is fucking hot. We should do a shrine to Lenny Kravitz, okay? Anyway, okay, San Luis Obispo, so no masks. Oh my God, I'm going there. I'm bringing my tent to San Luis Obispo, but I gave my tent to my homeless friend, Dylan. I gave all my camping gear to him so he could camp on the street. He's one of my runner friends. Our kids used to go to school together. Anyway, he ended up homeless and a little bit off his rocker, so I gave him the tent so he could sleep in the tent. And I haven't seen him in a while. Anyway, people are always hateful. Who cares? Let them be hateful. Let them eat cake. Let them eat cake. I'm glad. I'll go to Compton too. But yeah, no, he needed the tent. I wasn't going to sleep in the tent, so I do have to get another tent. But anyway, he really didn't want to come inside for a long time. So whatever, he could do what he wants. But So the narcissist corrupts the moral code of a person by getting them to do something that is against their sense of self because they are desperately addicted to the narcissist's approval or love or whatever it is before they even understand what's going on with them, because it's a real mind fuck. So now look at the government, okay? So look at the government. The government is getting people to do things, okay, because the people have a codependent relationship with the government and actually feel like the government cares about them. So the government is testing them, and I really believe this with every fiber of my being. Saying Compton. I love Compton. My car used to break. It is a gangster. I mean, when I moved here, I'll tell you a Compton story. I'll tell you a crazy story. In my Volkswagen stick shift that I drove here, that I never drove a car before, and I drove that car on the middle of the 405, way the fuck down there and wherever on Imperial Highway and down. But anyway, and I was rescued by this very nice man in a gas station who told me was I fucking stupid to be out there in my mini skirt, socks, and high heels, stuck in the middle of the road, and I was the only white chick in the entire place. Anyway, he was very kind. He stopped me, but it was great. I mean, he was very kind. He sat there, and then I called my friend who had teach me how to drive this stick shift thing. I thought I could do it. I'm like, how hard can this be? It was pretty freaking hard. But anyway, the government has, thank you. Okay, that was Abina. Thank you so much for that. The government has done that to the people. Now, look, when you're in a relationship with a narcissistic boyfriend or girlfriend and you want their approval, you do what they want you to do because you need to feel that love, right? You need to feel that. So what happens is once you give in to that and they know they got something up on you, then they pull you to do more things. So you end up doing other things. When you find out that they've been going into your bank account, when they find out that they've been going, thank you for that. I'll look at it in a second. When you find out they've been sleeping with your best friend, going in your bank account, stealing shit out of your house, flattening your tires, whatever it is they've been doing to you, you can't admit it to yourself because your ego gets in the way, right? Thank you. I love my makeup. This is from napping though. I just stuck more on after I napped. I love makeup though. But anyway, so your ego won't allow you to believe that you were that stupid, to fall for that, because usually they're intellectual people, they're, educated people, they're all of these kinds of people, and they're empathic. So the government is now training its people to do monkey puppet tricks, put a mask on, monkey puppet tricks, and all the people are running around wearing the puppet masks and looking stupid, okay? But they are in fear because they're believing their boyfriend, parent, authority figure, okay? Because they have a need to do that. And their pride will not let them see that something isn't adding up. And I'm not saying people don't get sick, and I'm not saying there aren't viruses. I'm not saying that. Getting back to the original point, San Francisco and Los Angeles last summer, there was a Los Angeles City Council person that sued the city of Los Angeles because she caught typhus from the rat infestation from going to work. Wear your mask. That's okay. Yeah, if you want to wear a mask, that's fine. If we are not sick, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not sick. And I'm not going to assume I'm a carrier. I don't assume a what if. I also don't assume I'm going to get cancer. And I don't assume I'm going to get hit by a car. I don't assume anything. I'm not going to do that. I may be a carrier. That's not good enough for me. I'm sorry. No, that's a what if. What if I win the lottery is about as much a what if as that, okay? I could win the lottery, but I haven't yet. So there. But we had an outbreak of leprosy in Los Angeles and San Francisco, which is called Hansen's disease now. Leprosy is really freaking contagious. I love the disease of leprosy. I studied it as a kid. I could not get enough of it. I was really OCD, and I love the medical shit, and I would open a medical book and I'd read about a disease and it would keep me busy for months. But anyway, leprosy in downtown Los Angeles, but yet no masks. Tuberculosis in downtown Los Angeles, yet no masks. What is that about? Ask yourself intellectually, because you are smart people. So ask yourself, why no masks? Exactly. Why no? Well, if you guys want to wear masks, that I'm for you doing what you want. There's many women I hike with, especially the Asian women, from the rat virus, the hantavirus is what they told me. But they hike our hills and they wear masks all year round. That's up to them if they want to do that. I don't have a problem with that, but don't tell me to do it. I'm not sick, nor do I feel a need to wear a mask, nor do I care if the hantavirus is around. Whatever. I'm gonna take my chances. So. It's very interesting that we didn't shut down our city. People in Hollywood, and I've seen this as of 3 months ago, okay, walking on the street, Hollywood, where the tourists go, men, homeless, taking a crap, pooping on the street. Now, why wasn't Newsom all upset about that? Oh, that's right. The fucker went and got money for buildings to house these people in, but didn't clean up the streets. Okay? Now, what do you think is coming off of people's poo on the street? I'm just asking. I'm seriously asking. But that's true. That we see all the time in Hollywood. I'm in Hollywood all the time, and we see that all the time. I mean, I drive to Hollywood just to watch things, just to see what's going on there. But why? What is that? No masks there. So what is this? Let's see. I don't even know what you just said, but dirty looks. But what is that? Because if you look at this Hep C, exactly, Hep C and God knows what, I don't know, and what is drawn to feces on the street. So no one gives a crap. That's exactly. Sorry, no pun intended there. But ask yourself, C. diff, exactly. Oh God, that's horrible, right? So I mean, I'm perplexed why people are all of a sudden gravitating to the masks now when you look at the statistics, and it's no more than any other time of the year. People yell at me, people feel it. I feel like I know dumb people. Not if you choose. If you choose, that is your business. But if you look at me and I'm not sick, you're out of your mind if you think I'm wearing a mask. You're crazy out of your mind, because I'm not sick. So that's it. I'm not. Oh, I love Jamie Deluxe. I love him. And I'm not doing that either. I agree with him 100%. He's pretty young to have this opinion. And it's good that he gets it. He sees it right away, which is really good. My kids see it the same way too. When you look at it, I told you guys this morning, I posted it on Facebook. Facebook is now monitoring how many people like my stuff. Okay. Oh, thank you for that, Dallas. Dallas is cute. Thank you. I know Jamie Deluxe is brilliant. What he says, and a call for an uprising. I'm on his website. I joined his website actually. Yes, you'll be there for your sons. Don't operate in fear. The fear is because people don't have faith. If you believe in God, you've got nothing to fear. You can't kill a soul. You can't kill a soul. So if you can't kill a soul, what's the problem? I mean, I don't know what to say with that. But I posted a picture on Facebook, and Facebook, after they sent out the questionnaire to my friend Arlene about, how I interact, because I'm now a product of Facebook. Thank you, Lisa D. 112, I don't even see what that said. My eyeliner is, I use Rockstar. It's, oh my God. I just forgot. Oh my God, it's one of them. I'll look it up in a second. I can't remember. It just went right out of my head what brand I use. I get it in Ulta and I order it online. I use the Rockstar, the purple. It's the Rockstar. There's several. There's one called Vice and one called Purple. I mix them. Urban Decay, thank you. Bingo. Bingo. I'm like, wait, what is it? Okay, so this morning I drove by. You can't really see it. I don't know if you can see it, but I drove by a massive, there was helicopters and cops out there. There was at least 20 cop cars, and not one of the policemen had masks on. So Newsom has said the policemen don't have to wear masks because they're, just turn off the news. Exactly. Thank you, Karen. The policemen have said, Newsom has said the policemen don't have to wear masks, right? So thank you for the compliments, you guys. You guys are lovely. So the policemen, because they're chasing people, and obviously there was something going on there, I don't know. They don't have to wear masks. But here's the thing. If it's that dangerous of a virus, okay, the virus does not know the difference between a policeman and a person, does not know the difference. So when they tell the policemen not to wear masks outside and they tell the rest of the people to wear masks outside, they're full of shit, because a serious, serious illness would get the policemen and the people and everybody, the babies, the policemen, all of them, right? But they don't tell them that. So what is that? It is faith over fear. I mean, just look at it. Because what are you telling me? Like, if the virus is floating around in the sky, he goes, oh, you know what? I'm a virus. I'm a COVID. I'm not going to talk to that policeman. Not that fireman either. But hey, there's that girl, Jane. We're going to jump all over Jane because, you know, she's not a policeman or a fireman. Think. Why are people not think? They don't think. I can't stand it. I'm like, bang, bang, like this. So I was just like, what is that? What is that? Thank you so much for that. Okay, Tahara, I think. Ugh, I'm so bad with names. Forgive me, I'm Canadian. I don't really have an accent to say names beautifully. But survey on you. YouTube, survey on you. Oh my God, why is YouTube surveying me? Okay, what's the survey say on YouTube? What is wrong? A survey on you. Wait, tell me what they said. Okay, Mickey, what did they say? I just saw that one. What did they say? I want to see the survey. Somebody, did you snap it? Send it to me. See, they want, what they're trying to do. Oh, Mickey is spam. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get somebody to say that there's something wrong with me or whatever, so that they can take my shit down. But whatever. I don't know what to say. It's still a fact that the policemen, I just showed you the picture, don't have masks on, but the people around them were supposed to be out in the street. And people, I mean, it's just logic. And I'm the least logic person, okay? In my family, they just laughed at me because they thought I was an idiot with no brains whatsoever and no logic. And yet, I can see that. So it must not be that hard. Must not be that hard, right? No, but I'm saying if people are really afraid of, let's see, I'd be sad if they got, I know, right? But, you know, people, whatever, they're going to do what they do. I can't stop them. But people don't think if something is deadly, poisonous, then everybody's going to protect themselves. Okay. So no, I'm not. My family thought I was an idiot though. They just like laughed at me. They actually thought that I was like, what's the word? Not mentally smart. Like I was in I can't say the word retarded classes, but that's what they called them when I was growing up. So I'm saying a fact from how I grew up, okay? I'm not calling, but that's what I was called in school because I was in the class for the dumb kids. And I had to go to a special class because I couldn't understand what they were saying in school. I was very dyslexic and backwards. Special ed. Yeah, they didn't call it special ed to me though. You got beat up for being in the class, that bad word I said. Snopes is BS. I saw police hugging on the news. Yeah, I know. They're right there. Exactly. So it's just weird to me that people actually cannot and will not, because of their pride, see the reality. Now, I'm not saying if somebody is sick, dyslexia is horrible. I'm backwards all day long and I'm a remedial class. Exactly. I actually had to go to a class though, because I was so uncoordinated that I spent like 7 or 8 hours a week where they would toss a ball at me and I would be on a trampoline and they would do this hand-eye body coordination and they would do games with me where I'd have to do memory games and stuff because I really couldn't function, but I was in the psychic world. So, you know, whatever. I don't think the virus is going to last because I don't actually think that it's literally here. What I think is going on is that there is something going on, but I feel like I feel like it's not what they're saying. So I don't feel that you're going to catch it. And I feel if you keep your immune system strong, if you keep your immune system strong, and they're even blocking people, they're blocking people. Oh, the horse here. Yeah, I'm fire horse. I know, it was terrible. They're blocking people from talking about staying healthy. No, the homeless are not wearing masks. I see them every day. They're not wearing masks. But they stop people from talking about being healthy. So because I choose not to eat the shit at McDonald's, or not that I won't eat the fries, we've been in this conversation, but I choose to take vitamin C, oregano tea, oregano drops. I choose to do vitamins. I choose to do what I do. Yeah, the homeless are disappearing a bit. It is a little bit frightening to me because I don't know where they're putting them. Jamie Deluxe on YouTube. He's absolutely fabulous. He's got another channel called The Call for an Uprising. You can't find the vitamins because they want to take them from you. Go to Costco and get vitamins. Although you got to kind of pick your way through Costco, right? So they don't want us doing that. They want us to do what they tell us to do. And I don't want that shit in my body. And I cannot express to people enough. And they just look at me like I'm an obnoxious, angry cunt when I say, it's my body. And if that guy can't put his dick in my body, that guy's not putting a vaccine in my body. They just look at you like, oh my God, you're just so ignorant. No, I'm not. You're not putting anything in my body. That is rape, actually. If somebody gets you in an alleyway and sticks something down your throat while they have their pants half undone, that's considered rape. It's rape with an object. Why is a needle shoved into your arm not the same thing? Sprouts, I was just at Sprouts right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's spelled Jamie Deluxe. Is it, I say, Deluxe. I don't even know if I say that right. But anyway, vitamin C. I have Z and zinc. I got zinc at Sprouts. I did get zinc at Sprouts. And Sprouts had hand sanitizer today with lavender. I know I washed my hands. Anyway, it smelled really good, okay? So it was interesting. But here's what I will say. People have got to pay attention through their observation themselves to see what's going on. They've got to. If you know someone who has contracted the virus with life-threatening symptoms. I don't. We all had it, we think, in November. John took the Z-Pack and had like respiratory things, which is not normal for him. I was sick for 2 weeks. Lori was sick, Libra Lori. Keithy was sick, and Jason was sick. Jason was the least sick out of all of us. But I actually had like a respiratory thing where I was flat on my back for like 5 days and couldn't really function. Like if I got up, I got extremely tired and had to lie down, but I'm asthmatic. And so I tend to have that. John is like got on certain meds that they tell you to stay in, and he's older, over the age of 70. But he recovered quicker than I did. So there's that. So we think we had it. I know 2 people that had it in March, both over the age of 70, one in their mid to late 70s, one in their early 70s, and both describe what they had. And both of them are physical men, and both of them are astrologers, and both of them were fine. Took about 5 days for them. Then my girlfriend had it. She's in her 60s, and she got it back twice. She was sick, and she actually has breathing problems. She smokes, and she has COPD, and she was fine. And then when I ran into my hairdresser friend yesterday hiking, one of her clients' husbands, who was in his late 70s or early 80s, I forget what she said. I can't remember. She said he's going to be 80 or he's whatever. Anyway, he was on an oxygen tank. He had to go to the hospital and was put on a respirator, and he's back at home and fine. So the fear, like, obviously, if you're in your 80s, you're going to get something. We know babies that die. We know teenagers that die. I know 2 teenagers that I told you this story with my boys. Each of them were age 12, and each of them were exercising with one of their school friends, and each one of them had a friend that dropped dead of a heart problem that was undiagnosed at the age of 12. Keithy was running track with his friend, Connor. I think it was Connor, that kid. And the kid, they were running, racing, like the whole class was racing, and Keith and Connor were running, and the kid just dropped to the ground, and Keith said, "Mom, I know he's dead." And they just, he just dropped dead right in front. right there. And Jason was playing basketball with his friend Sonny, and he was 12. And there was 4 kids playing basketball, playing hoops, and the kid dropped to the ground, dead. And they're 12-year-olds. So people die. People got to get it out of their head that you don't die. The important thing is you have to live. So while you're alive, you have to live. That's, I know they were 12. It was heartbreaking. Each one of my sons, when they hit their 12th, they were 12, and it was in that year of school. So what is that, 7th grade? Very traumatic. Well, Keith was racing and they were talking. Keith told me they were the 2 that took off because they were the 2 runners. And the kid said to Keith, I'm going to beat you. And Keith said, you know, game on. And they're running. And suddenly he just dropped to the ground. Keith said he knew he was dead right away. There's high schoolers that die. There's people in their 20s that die. I had a friend whose husband died from valley fever. So digging up the earth and what they inhaled in the earth. I don't know really what that is. So it's just very interesting because people assume that when we're born that we're not going to die or something is going to happen, isn't going to happen, right? No. Well, see, my kids are around a lot of death stuff, I think, because the spores, the valley fever spores, exactly, when they dig up the stuff. But I think that psychic kids end up around a lot of death, and kids end up that are psychic, and psychic people are around a lot of death because we deal with death. So when we die, because we all do it, the way that I want you guys to think of death, because I want to empower you to live. I want you to think about dying. We're all going to die, okay? We're all going to die. So ask yourself, if indeed you are going to die and everybody dies, then how bad is it really, okay? Yeah, you die. Well, if your heart's gone, my birth mom came in from running. She was 59. She came in from running and dropped dead. Right there. She was a vegan and she came in from running. And she sat down and said she was tired and died of a heart attack. Okay, fine. And she was thin, not fat. So, and she was a vegan and she ate exactly the right kind of stuff, you know? Yeah, oh God, they treat the vets so terrible. It's just fucking horrible. But this is the way I look at death. This is the way that my guides told me to look at death. When a baby is in your tummy, right? And a woman is pregnant and there's a baby in the tummy. Everybody around the baby talks to the tummy, right? Everybody's talking to the tummy. The baby in the tummy can hear all the words, right? But they can't see the people. The mom is talking to the tummy. The baby's like, oh, that's my guide, my nice guide. I feel the warmth radiating through the belly into the water from the tummy, right? So the baby at the time of birth, again, they cut your oxygen off. That's what a contraction is. Cuts the oxygen off, tells the fetus to start moving through the birth canal. So the baby is basically thinking it's dying and struggling, right? And as the baby struggles, it goes through the tunnel and into the light and then meets the people that it heard talking all around it. That is exactly what I feel that death is for us. I really feel it. Well, if you don't feel like you belong here, you probably don't feel like you belong here. Who the hell belongs on this planet of insanity? Nobody. Said anybody ever. We're probably all hijacked off another planet, like by the bushes or something, right? Whatever. But people have got to live. People have got to live. If you're alive, live. Don't die. Don't walk around going, I could die. I'm in fear. If you're not dead, go out. Go out, have sex. Go out, find your dinner. Go get your hair cut behind someone's house. Talk to people. I'm going to say this. So I ran into Libra Lori at the store. You know, I ran into her this morning because she went in to help me get Vanessa other stuff, right? We're all dying from birth, true. So anyway, there we are out in the parking lot and we're hugging each other because we can and we're going to. I'm not going to let anybody tell me I can't hug my friend when I miss my friend. I'm not going to do that. Right there in the parking lot. And I'm sure we got a lot of dirty looks for people. And we didn't have our masks on either. So, haha. But we did it. And I'm not afraid of dying. And she's not afraid of dying. Why would I not hug my friend while I'm alive? Why would you not hug your grandchild? Why would you not hug your neighbors? Why would you not hug your husband, your wife, your kids? Why, if your kid lives somewhere else and comes back here, would you not hug them? What is fucking wrong with everybody? I don't really know what automatic combustion is. I assume that means when you just disappear, probably. But yeah, I'm not going to not hug somebody, and they're going to have to take me to jail for that if that's what they want to do. So Lori, who's Libra, that's what we're calling her on here. Anyway, we were in the parking lot hugging and laughing and chatting, going back in, getting our extra hand stuff, because fuck the 2-person limit, okay? I'm getting for another person because she lives in a different city. So I'm getting it for her and her babies because they're out in her store. Like, what's that about, right? Anyway, so yeah. So anyway, we were completely hugging each other, talking, watching people come out. We saw the drunk guys, or it was like 7:45 in the morning. We saw the drunk guys come out. She's like, that guy's lit. And you're looking at them. He had this funny fisherman's hat on. Anyway, the guy was drunk and we watched him drive out of the parking lot. And we're like, well, at least they're having fun. Him and his little buddy were talking at the front door. And so that's it. And I'm going to hug people. Sorry, Gavin Newsom and Mayor Dumbass. I'm going to hug them. You're going to have to put my ass in jail. And even if my kid was sick with the virus, with measles, with leprosy, with AIDS, with whatever, don't think for 1 minute I wouldn't sit at his bedside and hug him and crawl into his bed with him. Don't tell me not to do that. Don't ever tell me not to do that. And these people that are letting their relatives die in a hospital and allowing the hospital to control the person's last moments on earth with such a manipulation like that is disgusting. If a nurse can be in the room, so can the relatives. Dress the relatives up like the nurse. That's just bullshit. And it's crap. And it should not be accepted. One of my clients emailed me and said that somebody in the family died of this, they say, and that they wouldn't let them remove the body until they signed the death certificate as that. I'm not spam. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Here's this. Oh, this is Mickey. I'm not spam. Questionnaire from YouTube was real. Wanted to know about your personality. What about my personality? What the hell about my personality? Come back, Mickey. Thank you for that. What about my personality? My personality is fucking fun, okay? Palm readers should not be telling you you're going to die. They should word it differently. And nobody should be dying alone. Even the homeless should not be dying alone. Even if you don't like your relatives, you can cross them over. It's an honor to be there with somebody. And if a nurse can be in a hospital room wearing whatever they're wearing, then the relative can be in there too. And don't let them tell you not. Get a lawyer, get an injunction, and somebody has to start suing people. Start doing that. It's not that infectious. It's not like leprosy, okay? But they let that run rampant on the streets. It's not like whatever, and they let that run rampant on the streets. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous, okay? So, no. Anyway, my client was saying that her relative couldn't be removed, okay, couldn't be removed from the hospital till they agreed to sign that she died of the COVID. And I'm like, that's manipulation. I would sign that and I would go to the media and I would scream that and I would record them. Remember this. It's an honor to be at someone's death. Keep your phone on when you go into public establishments around doctors, schools, wherever. Record on your phone, even if nothing's going on, so you have proof of what happened. That's what you have to do. Whether they consent or not, you have your proof. Let them sue you in court, but get your proof, for God's sakes. Jesus. You know what I was going to say that was so fun? A couple of weeks ago, thank you so much. A couple of weeks ago, no, you have to have proof with these people, because imagine if you sign the body out and you know your relative died of a heart attack, right? And they're making you say it's the COVID. Well, you got to take these fuckers saying that shit. You've got to tape everything. You got to put that in your purse, put it in your bra, carry a recorder. You got to record people now. If they're going to play fuckery games, you play fuckery games right back with your proof and keep doing it. Do not let them bully you, period. No, but I mean, whatever. But a couple of weeks ago, I was doing talking about my house and being there, hearing the words he was going to die and going around the corner and being there while this young man died on his motorcycle and describing that story, right? Anyway, one of the young man's friend, just to show you how I forgot about this. Her name was Lisa. She emailed me and I was so happy she knew my area. YouTube surveys happen with every channel. Okay, thank you. Cool, thank you. Anyway, Lisa had emailed me. She knew where I lived because she's in the same area from what I described, and she knew the person I was talking about. And so if she ran into the family, she was going to be able to tell the family what their loved one, when he crossed over, had said. I had been praying one day to run into somebody who knew that young man personally and would tell his son when the son grew up, what was going on. So that was like excellent. Anyway, that happened from describing that. But death is a sacred thing, just like birth. And you don't separate people with this fuckery going on right now. Okay? Oh no, head-on collision, no good. Oh, thank you. I'm wearing makeup, of course, but thank you. I'm surprised my complexion is good. I have shaving marks here because I shaved my beard. My mustache, hormones, right? But yeah, so we have to actually, they're getting money. We actually, as a people, by the way, wait, Burbank in a minute, wait. What we have to do as people is we really have to stand up when we see doctors are not 100% right, okay? Nurses aren't 100% right. I'm not 100% right. So if you have a loved one, you fight to go in and be with your loved one, whether it's COVID, herpes, AIDS, flying monkey disease, it doesn't matter. Put the mask on to go in the hospital, cover yourself in the outfit, put on exactly what the doctor does. There's no excuse for people not to be in a hospital room. That tells you something else is going on. They're trying to separate people and, let's see, I never broke out until menopause. Exactly, right? They're trying to break up people from connecting, and it's terrible. Terrible. It's terrible. If a nurse can be in there, you can be in there. A nurse is not special. A doctor's not special. They don't come like, with wings on their back and whatever. It's not, I just don't, yes, hospice. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if your relative is dying, in the hospital and you want to go say goodbye to your husband, put on whatever the nurse is wearing and go in the room with your husband, with your child, with your whoever, and love them and hug them. God's not going to let you die because you show love to somebody dying. What is that? Do you think God wants you to go, no, you can't touch them? How many parents live with their kids with chicken pox? You know how contagious that shit is? A lot of people live with the chicken pox. The mumps, the measles, and they haven't had them before. You're going to let your son sit in bed with the measles? And the hospitals are disgusting. Just disgusting. And keep in mind, good, you hugged your dad. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. You should not have a third party tell you who you can be around. Fuck that. Okay? Like, it should be, even if you don't like the people in the room, like there's family members you don't like, obviously, and they can come for the death too. It's whoever the dying person wants in their room is what should be done. Not what you want, because what you want's irrelevant. The dying person is the one who's dying. So let them have their last wish. It's ridiculous. You have family there, 2 Lees in a pod. You have family. Your friends are your family. You're just thinking of blood relatives. See, as an adopted person, I don't look at family the same way because I'm never meshing with anybody blood-wise, my kids. But other than that, until I had kids, I never, oh, good, I guess your Mike passed away at home. That's good. I don't look at family the same way other people do because I'm adopted. Therefore, I don't count in people's families. And they always made a point of saying, you're adopted, because they were trying to qualify my existence by saying you're not blood. I don't buy into that. I buy into soul connections, not blood connections. So I differ with a lot of people. Well, I don't really know what happens when we die exactly. I don't know exactly what happens, but I saw people die and leave their bodies, and I've seen them come back, and they seem to be in a very happy position. They go to different places, though. They go to many different levels and that kind of thing. But I just think people should love people, and I don't think blood constitutes family. I don't think blood constitutes family, actually. Your comments are being censored. Why? Who's censoring your comments? I had chicken pox when I was 4. Yeah, I had it young too, and I was itchy. I still have some pock marks up here. Yeah, hospice nurse. Lila's other grandmother, Jen, is a hospice nurse. My grandfather was adopted. See? And he's not blood to anybody till he had his own lineage. Family is family. If you love somebody, they're your family. They're your soul family, period. Which soul family elevates over blood family. Oh, April 26th. Okay, I just missed that. Happy birthday, April 26th. Soul connection. You come in, I'm not adopted and I still don't connect to my family, but you connect to your friends. It's okay. We can do that. We don't have to stay in our family units. We can move out. We can do things. Usually if you don't connect with the family, it's because somebody is not owning up to their part in the dysfunctional dance of the family is usually what it is. You know, and that's usually what it is. Yeah, I know people are different. Souls come in and souls express themselves differently. As you learn, one of the hardest lessons to learn is unconditional love. So as you learn how to be unconditionally loving somebody, it means no matter how or what they do to you, no matter what, you love them. That is a true test of unconditional love and one of the hardest because we're conditional in our love in every way. Now, so we're conditional, right? We have boyfriends and husbands. I love you if you do this. I love you if you do that. We've heard that all the time. Unconditional means, yeah, I know, letting things go. Yeah, I know. Hey, I have vendettas against family members. I have fucking lists, okay? No, adopted kids are not chosen kids. That's the bullshit they tell you. No. Adopted kids are put out there, and if they're lucky, somebody adopts them, but they're not chosen. It's more on a soul level of unfinished business. But I never bought that you're chosen, because if it were true, there'd be more adopted kids that get along well in their adopted families. And I don't think that's the case. It's the case in some, but a lot of them have disconnects because you're coming from a different gene pool and you have to know the agenda of the person adopting. But that's the line of crap my mother laid on me too. You were chosen, you're special. I didn't buy into it for 1 second. I knew it was karma, and karma is the same as everybody else because nobody is special. We're all unique, or we're not unique. So there is no like one-upping or this. So I really hated that label. But people can think that's a nice thing to tell a child, then that's a nice thing to tell a child. But I never bought it. And I could never buy when my mother would say, we're, such and such. Thank you for that, 1111. I just saw the 1111. My mother used to say, oh my God, you're, our last name, you're this, right? I wanted to be adopted. So did my son. Jason thinks he's adopted. I got news for him. He's my twin. Don't ever tell him that, though. He'll go ballistic and run around going, la, la, la. But it's funny because my mom would say, she would talk with me as if I was part of their family. And as a little kid, I knew I wasn't part of that family. I knew that I wasn't part of the family. Like she said, you should think this way because you're one of us. And I'm like, I don't think that way at all, in any way whatsoever, any way, shape, or form whatsoever. My dad was adopted at birth and was breastfed. Okay, so that's good. So he had a wet nurse. There's people that do that. It's a valuable job. Or wasn't breastfed. I thought you said was breastfed. If he was breastfed, he was, it was a wet nurse then. And rich families used to do that in the South. Can you even fucking imagine that? Now you got me going on another thing. Can you even imagine that when they had slaves in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s on the plantations, the white women, because they're so fucking arrogant, handed their babies to the lesser people, the slaves, and had the women nurse their children. Think about that for a second. Well, their husbands beat and raped the slaves. Hello? Think. These women were bitches. Just bitches. Just bitches. Okay? So let me see. My dad was in church and adopted. Yeah, I don't know that Tom Hanks is dead. I mean, I have a hard time believing all of that stuff. All I know is I don't like these people. They're whatever they are. Wait. Well, if I had as many people as family instead of... Yeah, exactly. Oh God, I'm missing adopted child and the same child. Yeah, I feel... and fathered the slaves. Exactly. I just don't understand that. Like, they made fun of the slaves. They kept the slaves down. You know what? If the slaves had recognized their power and stood up like they do now, as in that won't happen, except now we're the slaves. We've been caught. We've been trapped. Bondage right here. That's what's going on. So I'm a Canadian man from Scotland. Oh my God, somebody from Scotland, Braveheart. I love that whole Braveheart vibe. Can you put some blue war paint on it? I'm screaming through. I'm sorry. I must stop. Okay, I'll stop. Here's the thing. People keep asking if Hollywood, Handmaid's Tale. Libra Lori says that we're living a Handmaid's Tale. Definitely. Hollywood is being exposed right now, kind of. People are not liking it. Let's look on, oh my God. I mean, completely ISIS. Yes. Depression is dangerous. I don't know who is this? Is this April? Okay, depression and complex not being able, let's see, anyone, okay, I just read this from April. Anyway, you guys are triggering April because of whatever, I can't read all the stuff, so I'm not sure. Where did everybody go? Did they leave the chat? Did they fucking leave me? Okay, so before we get into more stuff, because I've got to make sure to get off of here quick because I got to get more sleep. Sounds weird. Okay. Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it with the wet nurses. I was like, so let me get this right. You make them sleep in a barn. The women are jealous because their men are raping them. You beat them, but they're going to suckle your babies. Like, what's that about? Because remember, those babies probably turned out really well because those women were ultimately loving and caring people because they breastfed those little babies, never hurt those little babies, and loved those little babies and gave those babies part of their soul. So those women in the slave plantations were good people. Sometimes they breastfed 2 or 3 or 4 different babies in a family. And people beat these women, and it's disgusting. They were beautiful people helping the babies, okay? That's exactly many black women, and that's something to be said when you're talking about racism in the midst of them being captured, okay, in the midst of them being captured in their life, captured, brutalized, their lives ruined. They still had the evolvedness and openness to breastfeed white babies without harming them due to their own circumstances, making them completely lovely people, and also understanding the actual, I bet we're all a part of it in the past life. We could be, that could be what's happening. That's probably why I'm rejecting it. The black people didn't come, you didn't turn around and take it out on the, I know, make a pie. You saw that movie. That was disgusting, but actually kind of funny too. Anyway, the government at the time pitted white against black, and the black people fell for it. Much like apartheid in South Africa, countries full of black people, 10% white, the 10% rule the black. Why? Why don't they just stand up? Why don't we stand up to this? Why don't we stand up and say, stop with the bullshit? Because it's bullshit. Let's see. Our mob wasn't slaves, though. We were called stolen. Yeah, okay, exactly. It's just, I've seen past lives where I flash through different skin colors. You can see that. It's most interesting when you see a black man with vitiligo and you see a white woman with melasma. Because it's the darkening of the skin, and then I have melasma. Like, this is all, that's not sunburn. That's there all the time. It's kind of red melasma, but I have melasma all under there. Okay, let's see. I wish we were all loved as babies, always. Yeah, I think we are loved as babies. It's just that human beings don't. I was a black man. Oh, see, in a past life. I'm like, wait, are you a black man now or you were a black man? Yeah, exactly. I have this hyperpigmentation, exactly, but it goes both ways. It goes one way or the other, and you have a beard. I know. I've had this since my 30s, whatever, but my son is black. You're complete. Yeah. Your complexion and has red hair. Interesting. Yeah, no, it's weird how the gene pool can move. It's so interesting. People are all beautiful. People act like your skin color isn't, you're just coming in through, you're coming in, the soul is translucent. You're coming into a vessel to live on this planet. That's all you're doing. It's just really freaking weird, right? Keep your hands out and off of my body. Exactly. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, wait a second. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Okay, wait. We're going to do pick a pile. That's what we're going to do. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, Taurus, Moon, Sag, wait. Oh, fuck. Sun in Taurus, Sag rising, and something else. Pick a card. YouTube is not notifying your channel. Of course it's not, because I opened my mouth and now I need to be punished appropriately. Whatever. So you guys are going to have to check back to see everything. They're also stopping my channel from growing. Okay, pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Who's my co-star? I don't know who my co-star is. Pile number 1, YouTube hides your videos. Why? Why does YouTube do this? Fuck YouTube. Why you gotta be a bunch of bitches at YouTube? Why? I know, I message them every day. I'm like, why are you shadow banning me? And they're like, we don't have control over that. And I'm like, okay, but why are you shadow banning me? Every day I go on the chat and I ask that question. Okay, wait, the chat, and yeah, I don't know why. I can see your chats, but, you know. Oh, good, you get your notifications. Awesome, 222. Okay, pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. I'm going to start with pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1, look at this. Whatever's getting close to happening is happening. Pile number 1 is going to be out of the house soon. Meaning, pile number 1 might be the one that we... Good. Thank you for saying you got your notifications. Pile number 1 might be the sign that's telling us that the quarantine is over soon, because pile number 1 is in the process of getting up, leaving, and traveling very soon. So pile number 1, you're on an adventure. All right, pile number 1, right? So pile number 1 is on an adventure. Pile number 1. Oh my God. Okay. Pile number 1, put your seatbelt on and get ready, okay? Pile number 1, Chariot first, then we have the Tower. So you are in the middle of letting go, moving through, releasing old hurts, wounds, and problems in your life, okay? So pile number 1, you are letting go of bullshit. So you are not never to return. I'm with you on that. I'm packing my bag right now. Pile number 1, you are letting go of past hurts, past bullshit, exactly, past things that have kept, no, the Tower's good. The Tower is cleansing in this instance. It's next to the Chariot. This is cleansing. This is going to give you the information that you need to move forward, pile number 1. Something has been blocking you. This is coming from you. You, pile number 1, don't know, yeah, don't be picking pile number 3 again. Andrew got pregnant last time with pile number 3. Cheeky bastard. Okay, so anyway, pile number 1. Pile number 1, you are literally, you've been blocked and you are now saying it's time for me to move forward and go forward. So pile number 1, literally in the process of moving forward, you have made a commitment to yourself, okay? To yourself. This is a marriage card, but it's not marriage in your instance. You have made, pile number 1, a commitment to yourself to focus your energies on bettering yourself. Keep your mind on the self. Move yourself forward. Chess game. No longer let people to distract you. No more distractions over here. Even if it is In-N-Out burger and french fries over that way. No more distractions. You have allowed yourself to release what blocks you and distracts you so that you can focus on yourself. So that is awesome, because you have been trying to achieve something and you haven't been able to do it because you've been blocked by a mindset that's pulling you backwards, not forwards. So pile number 1, this is what's going on. Thank you so much, Erica. Pile number 1. Okay, look at this. We've got business, we've got money, we've got things that we're doing. So pile number one is also in the process of sorting out their I saw the word cake there. Is that cake for me? I saw I saw cake. Sorry, distracted by cake. Pile number one is in the process of getting their money in order. Even if you don't make a lot of money or you do make a lot of money, it doesn't matter. You are getting your money in order, okay? So you are now building your finances so that you can move forward, okay? You can do this, all right? So pile number one is definitely moving forward. Focused, moving forward, letting go of the past, letting go of everything, moving on with their life. So pile number one is doing really well. And look at this. The second you put your money in order, there is new work coming. This is all happening by the first week in August. I know that seems a little bit far off, but it's happening. It's happening by the first week in August. I have to open this window. I'm suffocating again. Look, I've got to leave because I'm like, I so can't sit here for a second more. Oh. Oh, the guy's coming to fix the air conditioning in here sometime. And they gave me one, but it's too loud over there, like a temporary one to put in till he comes. And I am literally sweating. It gets really hot. The sun beats right on here. In the morning, it's fucking great. But in the afternoon, it's like you're in hell. Literally burning to death. So pile number one, the information, I know my ears go because I'm boiling, or this could be a hot flash too, or I'm allergic to something. It could be a number of things. My Jason's ears go red like that too. And he doesn't think that he's my child. He thinks he's adopted. That's what he thinks. He's so not adopted. Anyway, pile number one. By the beginning of August, okay, is when you get the information about the new job, new work, new money, new circumstances, okay? So it feels like that's what you're doing, all right? So pile number one, letting go of. Remember, you've got the Chariot. So pile number one is going to be traveling. There's something that they're going back to settle or back to travel. That's going to be awesome because it's followed by the Tower. So the trip opens up the past, which opens up the letting go, which opens up the clarifying and the commitment to self, which opens up the money, which opens up the new offer. So that's Lenny Kravitz. Sorry, I just saw Lenny Kravitz again. I'm like, oh my God, yummy. Okay, now we'll get hot from that, right? But anyway, so pile number one, that's what's going on with you. Let's pull one more, okay? One more. And look at that. You ain't putting up with any more bullshit. Ace of Swords. Thank you so much. Okay, oh God, I've got to read this. You're not putting up with any more bullshit. Anybody questions you, you're like, that's it. I'm doing this. You back out. So your strength has come back. So this is good. So whatever was keeping you down is now removed. There was a Tower moment, but the Tower moment is what it is. It just is what it is, right? So it doesn't, yeah, exactly. So this is really interesting. Pile number one, you are on a roll. So pile number one, this is recognition, acknowledgement, releasing, and moving forward. Stella! Okay, so pile number freaking two, and I'm going to drink water now. Okay, that air is so lovely. I love air. Okay. They go through so quickly, and I'm so sorry, you guys. It's not that I'm not paying attention. Now I have to itch myself because now I'm itchy. Oh, all right. See, I'm probably having an allergy to something. But what? Couldn't be the chicken. Did I put the chicken away? I don't know if I left it out or not. If I did, hopefully they put it away, right? Anyway, okay, so pile number two. I love the air. It's so beautiful. Pile number two. I'm shuffling right now, pile number two. Oh, wait, what happened to Liz Crokin? What happened? Oh, don't make me look. Pile number two. Let me focus on pile number two. Pile number two. What's going on with you, pile number two? Okay. I think this is the Tower moment. My hot flashes, my period, what? Chocolate necessity, Lenny Kravitz. What's the Tower moment? Spider bit me. Oh no. Spider bit you? Spider. Okay, just make sure it didn't lay eggs in you and then just bless the spider and on it goes. Probably because you looked really good. The spider's been in lockup too. And he's like, yeah, spider bit me too. Oh my God, spider bites. Okay, pile number 2. Look at this. Okay, wait. We're going to do, I'm itchy now. I'm itching. Like now I'm sweating and itching. Thank you, Carol. Okay, pile number 2. Look at this. Pile number 2. This is about your friends and people you stay into contact with. Pile number 2. Now you're itchy. Now I'm itchy. Pile number 2. Okay, Page of Cups followed by the Magician. Somebody ain't speaking to you truthfully. Okay, so pile number 2. There's a focus. Oh my God. Okay. Pile number 2. There's a focus on speaking to your friends and seeing, listening, observing to see if they are speaking truthfully to you, because somebody is not. I get the feeling that this is a male person. Okay. Probably my kids play Fortnite. I'm not sure. Not Jason. Keith would. I don't think Jason plays anything on the videos. Pile number 2, you've got to, Keith plays something, but I don't know what it is. Keith, hold on here. Pile number 2, I started talking about Keith. Pile number 2, somebody is not telling you the truth. Look, we got the Emperor. Here's what's going on. Somebody in your family surroundings, or who is an authority figure in your family, is making sure that you are only giving partial information regarding things going on in your life. So you have to observe. You've got to watch and you've got to listen and you've got to see what's really going on, because it's coming up now, okay? So it's coming up. You're going to question it. Go ahead and question it, but maybe you question it in a different kind of way, okay? Maybe you don't come right out. Maybe you just observe it, keep your notes, understand things, keep it in your head, and do what you want to do, right? So because somebody's deliberately trying to keep you out of the loop, and I have a feeling you might be the one in the family that speaks the truth, whoever picked pile number 2, and therefore they don't want the truth speakers alerting everybody in the family to what's going on. So you are being kept in the back, okay? So there's a part of you that's being kept in the back when it comes to that, or being kept out of circumstances where you can't let other people on, on in the situation. But look at this. They're telling you it's for your own good. They're telling you that it is, they're telling you it's for your own good, and they're telling you that you need to not understand everything because you have a reaction. I'm going to tell you, pile number 2, your reaction is normal, valid, and accurate. So pile number 2, you are in the process of learning how to assert your independence regardless of what they fucking think. Fuck them. Speak your mind. Say it, because they're being deceptive. Deceptive people need to be called out, okay? Right, it's never you find out on an accident. It's the universe letting you know, what's going on. Okay, that's what it is. Then we pull in the High Priestess. You have been wanting to take control of your life, pile number 2. You've been wanting to do this. So what needs to happen now is you need to assert yourself, and then you become the High Priestess, okay? So you're able to basically step into your power, but it takes a little bit of time, because remember, the High Priestess can kind of pull back a bit. She can reign from back here, but this is what's happening with you, pile number 2. So you are being given opportunity to speak up and set things straight. You don't have to go stab anybody or do anything stupid. I feel like what you need to do, you missed the naked deck. I know tonight we're just doing this deck though. But you need to speak up. I know I missed the naked deck, but it gets me so distracted, for God's sakes. So you need to speak up, pile number 2, into your authority. You can do so with kindness and with graciousness, but you still need to speak up, okay? That's all. It's about you speaking up. So let's just pull one other thing and see the outcome of this, okay? 9 of Pentacles, getting your money in order. So this has a lot to do with when you speak up in the home environment, it translates into every other area in your life, okay? So it translates into every area of your life. So pile number 2, information is being kept from you, okay? But you are aware of it, and now you will speak it, and you will set your boundaries, okay? So pile number 2, that's what's going on. All right, so pile number 3. Now I'm sweating down my back. Oh my God, it's so freaking hot. Pile number 3. Now I got to get up really early in the morning to run because it gets so hot so early. Pile number 3, pile number 3, pile number 3, pile number 3. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what's up with you. Dallas picked pile number 3. And there's Elizabeth, pile number 3, pile number 3, pile number 3, pile number 3. Thank you. Maybe I need pile number 3. Why not? Go with the one that resonates with you. Sometimes we pick a pile that doesn't resonate with us, so we go with another one and it makes sense. Pile number freaking 3. What's going on with pile number 3? Let's see. Pile number 3. All right, so let's see pile number 3. What the heck is going on? Pile number 3. Okay, interesting. Pile number 3 is about to go on a journey. First of all, we got the Queen of Wands, okay? Then we got the Six of Cups. Then we got the Death card and the Justice card. So pile number 3 is about to go on a journey to see, it's more of a spiritual journey, exactly. The balance in your life is going to come back. The balance is coming back in a way that's going to correct that which has been thrown out of balance, which you never thought would happen. And I believe I'm going back about 5 years with that, actually. So pile number 3 is about to get balance and harmony from whatever happened before that they weren't able to correct back then. Pile number 3. So that's interesting. It's in reference, and I really feel with pile number 3, this is something that goes back many years ago. Okay, many, many years ago. So this could be a childhood issue or early life issue, but it's coming back up, and there is balance that's coming back from whatever you endured over here. The balance is coming back. Now it's interesting because the Knight of Wands, and I'm going to say this, daddy issues. Don't we all have daddy issues? Yes, we do. What's going to happen is somebody close to you, male, younger, is going to actually present themselves to you the way that you presented yourself in the past, and you're going to recognize your wounds through this person, and you are going to recognize in helping this person how you can help yourself. That's weird. Okay, let's see. Okay, it'll be back, Andrew. Just leave Ohio. Just get out of Ohio now. Leave. Run, Andrew, run. Run, Andrew, run. So pile number 3, you have karma coming to you where you're going to see somebody very close to you experience something very similar to what you're talking about, and you're going to see it in their face as they tell you about it, and it's going to clear and balance something up from you from the past, and there is a reward for that. I don't mean the reward in the way that you should get a reward. It's just going to happen that way. That's what it's going to happen, okay? That's pile number 3, but hold on, we're not done with pile number 3. Oh my God, you became disabled. I'm so sorry. And there we go. Okay, pile number 3. Very clear to me. Pile number 3. In your early life, what you witnessed from your parents relationship-wise is what has blocked you. This is what has blocked you and stopped you from connecting intimately. And I don't mean sexually. I mean emotionally and intimately. That connection is what's going to be balanced back in your life. So pile number 3, if you are not in a relationship with somebody, you are going to be in a relationship with somebody that is going to give you back that which you avoided or lost for many years because you were not safe enough to open yourself up in a vulnerable way. So pile number 3, this is very interesting. you have the opportunity to do that. Now let's pull a few more cards to see what's going on. So pile number 3, this is what I see for you guys. So that's more of a spiritual correction coming in. And look at this, you come into your sun card, you come into your power. So pile number 3 comes into their power, and they are able to move forward in their life with all of the essence of who they are and all of their expression without hiding any of it. So for pile number 3, this is awesome because you are able to actually literally resonate with who you are and accept yourself, because you're letting go of the past and you are correcting it through the experience with the person in your family or close to you that you really love, who's expressing this to Andrew, stop making me laugh, who's expressing this to you in a way that you can understand your own pain, and you finally can see it and you can let go of it from within you because you're helping them let go of it. So it's a mirroring effect of sorts. So pile number 3, that is your experience with the cards right now. And so now, okay, let me look up and see what happened to Liz. I am a bad man. Yeah, you're fucking with my head, you and Lenny Kravitz. Really, honestly. Let's look up and see what happened with Liz. Where do we find this? Let me see if anyone texted. All right. I'm looking to see, where do we see this information? I saw something pop up on the accident news. Okay, the accident was on the news. Okay. Well, you know that's some kind of a fucking setup, right? Didn't she damage her fingers before? So that's really weird. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, she just made herself seem fucking crazy. Liz Crokin blames her surfing injury on a spell cast by Hillary Clinton. All right. How do I want to address this? Okay, so people can do things to you, and energetically you can have a series of bad things happen. That is true. But I don't necessarily think that she could cause it, and they're trying to make Liz seem crazy right now. So that's unfortunate. Reddit, Liz blames let's see, which happened when the surfboard that she was holding by a rope was forcefully pulled away by a crashing wave, severing parts of 2 fingers. While she realized this was probably a freak accident, they can target her. They can definitely, she's getting prosthetics. Oh my God, I can't even, you know what? I can't even fucking deal with that. Anyway, when people put black magic on you, that is true. You have to clean your energy. I don't think Liz has been doing that. Yeah, don't say her name. You're right. She might be conjured up right here. Whichever hand it was. Yeah, no, it always backfires in the long run, but Liz still has to learn. Oh, it's definitely, black magic's real. Don't ever fucking kid yourself. I have clients. Yeah, she's the one that produced the film. So you know the intention was to take her out. She just didn't die from it. She has a wounding mark. But when you say that to the mainstream media, people are like, yeah, bullshit. So now she seems batshit crazy. I know what she's saying. There are people that do black magic. They definitely focus their attention. There were times when I've had it done to me, when I worked around a lot of psychics, where I could feel them going in through my back while I was asleep, and I had to actually wake up and push them out of my body. They go in through chakras. They do all kinds of things. They do all, I know, well, that's what the media thing's saying. But she still has to learn to cleanse herself, because she put that movie out there and then this happened, which means the focus of the movie is they're angry about it. So that anger is being put onto Liz. So the way to protect yourself, of course, is prayers to God. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, other psychics are horrific. I'm only around people that I that I trust and know. A lot of psychics are jealous. A lot of psychics are fucked up. A lot of psychics are horrible people. So yeah, they get jealous. They just get jealous. Liz did Out of Shadows. They're Klingons. Yeah, well, Andrew knows this too. They're a bunch. They're worse. You could work for the mob and get treated better. Honestly, they're jealous. They're liars. They're whatever. But the way to protect yourself is always to pray to God. Sometimes you have to actually cut their cords, and you literally have to cut things because they'll focus negative energy on this person. There's spiritual stuff that goes on all the time. Never think that it doesn't. It's not just like somebody driving a car into you trying to kill you. There is spirit Out of Shadows. Yes. There's spiritual attacks all the time. People go through series of bad luck all the time. And sometimes it's focused on you. So praying to God, salt and vinegar bath, saging your house, strong in your energy field. So visualizing your energy field. And this still doesn't mean that they can't fuck with you. It still doesn't mean that they can't do that. So, you know, I really believe asking God for prayer, but still you're at the mercy of crazy people on the planet Earth that practice all kinds of crazy ass shit. I used to have clients, I'm not fucking joking you. I used to have clients that would go to other psychics and they would do all kinds of things. They would get, I can't even describe the shit that they would get to do their spells, and not nice spells, not like, I want to be abundant, I want to be healthy, I hope my grandma gets better, not like that. I mean, fucking crazy ass spells. And I'd just be like, you really shouldn't be doing that. You know, you really shouldn't be doing that. It was hidden. Why is it always hidden, for God's sakes? And Liz didn't say that. I'm going to look it up. But that's what shows up when you Google it. Anyway, you guys, let's all say we are, but we're going to say I am abundantly healthy, happy, and joyous now. I am abundantly healthy, happy, and joyous now. We're going to pray for all the people to see the truth of what's in front of them and be comfortable standing in that truth and accepting the fact that they have power to change their lives. We want to do that. We also want to pray for people to live their lives, not stay in your house, not stay cooped up, go out in the sunshine, eat your ice cream, talk to your friends, hug people wherever it is you hug them, eat dinner with them, have fun with them, just love them. That's what we want to do. We also want to pray for people to assert themselves and to speak their mind when they think that something isn't right. So if they think something isn't right, speak it. The more that you speak it, the more that people will hear you. You never know who's going to hear you. That's what I'm going to say. So I am abundantly happy, healthy, and joyous now. And so are all of you. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, guys. Oh my God, thank you so much. And you know, I'm literally running home and running to bed so that I can get up at a god-awful hour so the sun does not get me, so that I can work off the ice cream I ate last night with the French fries, and I won't be doing it tonight. So just pray for me not to go through the drive-thru on my way home in the opposite direction. I'm going to try not to do that. Okay, you guys. I love you all. I love you all, even the haters, because the haters are really the lovers. I love each and all of you. Seriously. And I will see you soon. Mwah.